Hello guys and welcome back to our walkthrough. We're going to go to Malum District this time. I'm just gonna double check fast if we can buy anything else. Any other important upgrades. Upgrade special blade to +3. Yeah, we definitely want this. For sure. And let's see what other weapon upgrades do we need. I didn't want to do this off stream so that you guys can see the entire progress of the game and all of the pluses.
You're not my looks, given, but I would have been my family. But that's dead. I suppose my.
Okay. Let's upgrade the glaive once at least. And then the fire dagger at least once more. And let's see what do we need. Crescent moon and crescent moon. Let's see. I don't think that we can get any more crescent moon. So that's gonna be it for our upgrades. At least in terms of weapons. We can, however, upgrade our level a tiny bit.
I wish I was back in Krat before the petrification disease, before the disaster. Krat was a city of light, a city of joy. I wish I could go back, even just for one day.
Okay, let's see. Our capacity is at 52%, so we're good. We're good on the capacity. Let's go with a bit of vitality more. And we'll continue our journey through Malum District. We're gonna have to be careful for traps in this area. Traps like this one here on the floor. They will start spawning. For the rest of the game, starting with this area.
Krat was just a small town on the coast of little importance. Before Elysian Boulevard was built, this place literally was all there was of Krat. But when some in the city prospered, they left the old town behind. Through isolation and neglect, Krat's first incarnation became nothing but dangerous alleys and desperate slums. On the bright side, I guess, the whole city of Krat's pretty much like that now. The old town caught up with the... Do what they say. A receding tide sinks all boats.
Just try to stick behind the bear as much as possible and he'll be extremely easy to get rid of. So don't be too worried about him. Okay, we came through this area, no reason to backtrack. You will get ganked here by a few mobs, but if you take them in the right order, correctly and pretty fast, you shouldn't run into a lot of trouble. I would not recommend going down there yet until we unlock the shortcut, because there's gonna be a mini boss that will spawn, and if you're not emotionally ready for that mini boss, it could actually be pretty dangerous. So we're gonna unlock everything else, and we're gonna come back there in a moment. And this is the shortcut. We're gonna swap for a moment. Let's see if we have enough capacity to actually wear two weapons. No, we don't. Oh, we're still missing a point of capacity to be able to wear these two weapons and swap them at will. I do think that they exaggerated with the amount of capacity needed. We're gonna put 1 point, because we're clearly gonna need it. Okay, and like this we also regen all of our potions and respawn the mobs, unfortunately, but it is what it is. But hey, now at least we have the possibility of equipping two weapons at the same time. That was unfortunate. Okay, I'm trying to get as many mobs as possible so that as soon as the mob down here spawns, we can take care of him as quickly as possible. Because this guy doesn't mess around. Like, this guy is really, really strong. He does not mess around. Okay, we're gonna do this. My best advice here is to just get rid of him as soon as possible, because he is extremely strong and he does deal a lot of damage. But you can definitely out-damage him with a heavy weapon, and if you put also the fire, if you imbued it with fire, then you're definitely gonna out-damage him pretty easily. And here we're gonna have another chest that we'll come back to later. It's not possible to open it right now, so don't waste your time trying. You will get it at some later part in the game. Much later than right now. Normally, if you're confident in your skills and you think you can beat the mini-boss right now, you should go straight in front and fight this mini-boss. If you don't think that you can beat the mini-boss, or you have too few potions, or you don't feel like fighting with him, you can just run past him to the next save point, and you don't actually have to beat this mini-boss. It's not very hard as long as you keep in the pressure, like usual. It's really not very hard. Just make sure that you upgrade your items very frequently, and especially this dagger's stagger animation is extremely fast. So you won't lose a lot of time once you get that stagger in. You won't lose a lot of time before you can actually activate it and start auto attacking and using the fatal attack. Okay, here they're going to ask you if they can join you to help you clear a bit of the area. This is completely up to you. It doesn't affect your game in any way. If you want them to join you, just say yes. If you don't want to, just say no. It doesn't affect your achievements or anything else. It's just your personal preference.
Oh, I saw you go into the factory.
I thought you would have.
Brother, why not?
They're the black.
We heard their hype.
All you have to.
So, you are smart. It pays.
Loners don't last around here. Let's not.
Okay, when you get here, you're going to fall. Don't worry about it. It just unlocks a secret room that you can get out of very easily. So don't worry too much about it. This is intended. There has to be a mob somewhere down here. And you can follow the mob's head to deal a lot of damage. Like this. And the next area after this is gonna be a bit trickier. You're gonna have at least one very big mob. A mini-boss, you could call it. And what I like to do personally, because he's surrounded by other mobs that actually attack you from afar, I like to lure him here in this area. He is extremely fast and deals a lot of damage, so take care of him as soon as you can. After that, the rest of the mobs in this area are gonna be pretty trivial. Okay, you have to get the butterfly here pretty fast. And it's actually pretty hard to get because you have a lot of mobs hitting you from the range. So the best would be to just focus on the butterfly, then jump down through the roof, you know, to kind of reset the aggro. And then you can take the mobs like one by one like this. Okay, now we can go for this mob as well. Okay, and here we have Arlechino.
Another fine day in the city of Krat, but I wonder, my friend, just where you've been? Ah. I hope my return isn't too unexpected. It seems that our fates may be interconnected. Now, do pay attention. You won't want to miss when the king of all riddles says, "Riddle me this." I stand tall and proud when I'm young and bold, but I'm short and humble once I've gotten old. What am I? That's right. Did you cheat? Are you cheating? Better not be cheating. You're irritatingly good at this. Or am I? Oh, impossible. I am the king of riddles, and you are just, well, you. No offense, you're either very lucky, improbably bright, or more likely, you're cheating. But I would never level such an accusation in a culture where dueling is still an acceptable method of solving disputes. I'm the king of riddles, not the king of swordplay. You know, I wonder, perhaps it's your connection to Candle. Because the answer is, right? God, you get it, but you're not feeling violent. Huh, even better. It's as good a time as any to grant you this boon. Now, take your new key and say, "Give me some room." I can tell you're enjoying these times that we spar. I take leave of you now, but don't go too far.
And because we chose the answer Candle, we also gained humanity. Okay, we're gonna just unlock first the shortcut here before we pick up the items at the top. Because unlocking shortcuts should always be a priority. So we don't have to run again the whole entire journey. Okay, and before we save, we have a merchant up here that I wanted to show you guys. And a collectible, of course.
I thought there were no more survivors. I do love a bit of commerce, but the bosses... Are you with the Black Rabbit Brotherhood? I can't tell what's real and what's fake, to be honest. If it's fake, you'll be the one to get...
Okay, and from here, from this guy, first of all, you're gonna want to buy the records if you're going for the 100% achievement, and also all of the weapons. So anytime you find a weapon, you'll want to buy it. I'm gonna buy them so that we all have the same amount of money. We also can buy a few of these. And this is the best item that you can find, actually. The shot pot. This basically allows them to get staggered once their HP blinks white. So you don't have to get close to an enemy to actually stagger it. And you can buy unlimited amounts of this item from this NPC. So if you want to have an easy way of staggering a boss, but you don't want to get close to him to not take the damage, then you definitely have to come here and buy this specific item. Right now we won't necessarily be needing it. So we'll just go ahead and go to the next boss. And unfortunately we're going without any kind of table charges, unlike usual. Personally, I would rather teleport and we go with Fable charges. Let me just go to the hotel to take the Fable charges, because it will simply make everything a lot easier and faster if we actually have the Fable charges. And the whole point of the walkthrough is to show you how you can pass things in the easiest manner possible, and this is the easiest way to pass, by having Fable charges. Okay, our Fable charges are full, and let's see which of the NPCs need a talking to. It looks like this one does.
At the House of Vanini, even priceless things have a price.
Okay, request appraisal of collectible. Smiling bunny mark.
Oh dear. This is the mark of the Black Rabbit Brotherhood, a notorious band of stalkers. The stalkers as a unified force ceased to be after their defeat at the Battle of the Workshop Tower. The Black Rabbit Brotherhood took over the Malum District after that. I believe you could use this mark to move safely whilst on the Black Rabbit Brotherhood's turf, to use their unsophisticated vernacular, and give you entree to the black market as well. But be careful, sir. The Black Rabbit Brotherhood is quite infamous for how they treat interlopers. If they catch you, they'll put you in the liar's coffin. Yes, I believe it is as unpleasant as it sounds. Ah, and I see we have new physical records to catalogue for the collection. Such effort deserves commensurate reward, don't you think?
Okay, let's see if we can also upgrade something to make it even easier. Preferably, I would prefer the Dragon's Glaive. Apparently, that's a no. And the last weapon that I really like to upgrade is this one. Let's see, let's use some of that ergo. This weapon is great because it hits with poison, and poison is amazing against human enemies, and it also helps weapons break faster. So it will be amazing for the next boss. And besides this, we're also going to buy some of these. Let's say 3 of them. Let's have 3 at least. And maybe we'll get also a few more fire ones, fire throwables. Which are honestly quite expensive, but they are totally worth it because they allow you to pass the boss extremely easily. And that's what we want. We want to pass the bosses as fast as possible and move to the next area. Preferably in the first try. Now for the next boss, what I like to do is I like to parry him at the beginning as much as possible because his weapon is going to break and he's gonna deal next to no damage once his weapon breaks. But this might require a bit of training if you're doing it for the first time. Even if you're replaying the game, you might be out of sync with the boss. So I'm going to show you how to do it. But this might require a bit of training, so don't waste all of your consumables straight off at the beginning applying this tactic until you get a bit used to the boss. Okay, and we're gonna change our weapon. We're gonna use this one instead because this one hits with acid and it also helps the weapons break faster. And we're also gonna put this. This boss will have 3 main focuses. The first one is to break his weapon. Whenever you perfect parry a boss and you see that his weapon shines like this, it means that his weapon is breakable. So I recommend first of all going to him and trying to perfect parry him a couple of times to get used to his attack patterns and get closer to breaking his weapon. Because if you break his weapon, then he's going to deal around 50% less damage. And it will make this fight almost trivial. The second thing you want to do is to feel his acid poison gouge. This weapon that I'm using right now, it hits with acid damage, and acid damage doesn't only deal damage to his HP once you activate it like this. So right now when you see that this number turns bluish greenish, it means that the acid damage went in, but it also affects his weapon durability and it will help you break it a lot easier. And the third focus is to simply, whenever he spawns mobs, to stay away from the main boss and focus only on the mobs. In most cases with these mobs, you can use the puppet string Legion arm. It works very well and you can start pulling them towards you and hitting them. The ads spawn at specific percentages of HP of the boss. So if you would be to hit the main boss continuously, even with one ad, then the second ad would spawn and you'd have to fight 2 ads plus the boss. And if you would keep on hitting him, then you'd have to fight 3 ads plus the boss. So take care of the ads in the order in which they spawn, to not have to fight all of them at once. For this second ad, the best strategy is to try to get behind him and use the fatal attack. Once you get his tempo, this second ad is very susceptible to the fatal attack, and it should be quite easy to do once you get the feeling of his attack patterns. And here we finally broke the boss's weapon, and you're going to see a major decrease in his damage. So even though we have 0 potions left right now, it's going to be fine just because his weapon finally broke. It's going to be fine. He's not gonna deal as much damage as before. He's actually going to deal a lot less. A few throwables to take care of the last ad are great here as well. And that's it. You're done with this boss as well.
This puppet's crazy! Damn you. You'll pay for that.
Okay, and with that we finished also the Black Rabbit Brotherhood. It was a tiny bit of a close call. I got greedy a bit there, but we did finish in the first try with absolutely no problem.
Hey, check this out. Looks like you, sorta. From a certain angle. You know, if you squint. No, I'm just kidding. No, it looks exactly like you. I mean, you see it, right? With the nose and the... right?
And we're getting close to the end of this video. We're just gonna unlock the next shortcut. Talk to whoever we have to talk in the hotel to have a clean slate for whatever comes after that.
You have no idea how happy I am to see you, Mr. Stalker. Hello. I'll get straight to the point. I found the gold coin tree. Who knew it was right beside us? But there's a problem. When I tried to pick the gold coin fruit, it resisted me. I couldn't even get close. It actually burned me. It's probably because I have the petrification disease. Pathetic, yeah. So close, yet so far. If you pick some gold coin fruit for me, I'll give you a reward.
I never expected to see the gold coin tree in a place like this.
So, a bit of a notice here, just in case you missed any lore. The gold coin tree is actually somebody, or was somebody at some point. Hence why you see that it looks like a banded woman.
Stalker, please. If you pick some gold coin fruit for me, I'll give you a reward.
And from him we can buy either star fragments or we can buy gold coin fruits. With the gold coin fruits we can buy recovery wish stones, which is a mini heal that you can use, a mini overtime heal that you can use during fights. It's honestly not really a big deal. It doesn't make a huge difference. Maybe once you upgrade some other passives in your skill tree, in your P organ, it will have more of an effect. Right now, it does not. So don't treat it as something extremely OP. It's just a tiny bit. It's a sliver. If you think that a sliver more HP would help you, then...
You're back. The Malum District was as grim as we feared, was it not? But with the Black Rabbit Brotherhood out of the picture, we can focus elsewhere. And why not strike at the root of the problem? The King of Puppets' lair is on Rosa Isabel Street. Perhaps the puppet frenzy will come to an end if we can take down their king. Go to Antonia and get the key to Rosa Isabel Street. I already let her know you'll be coming by. I always remember these favors you've done for me. Though it pains me to send someone so precious into such peril. This portrait... I remember it fondly. I thought it was lost forever. I had no idea the Black Rabbit Brotherhood had stolen it. To think that you have brought it back to me. Forgive a foolish old man his memories. Memories of a happier time, my son. I know just where to hang it in the hotel.
Hey, we have 3 quartz. Nice. Let's see, what can we equip? Definitely enhance recovery of pulse cells. Adds belt slots. Yeah, at this point, enhances recovery of pulse cells sounds the best. Let's see if we have anything that would give us increased pulse cells free. So we have extra pulse cells. This is perfect. Enhanced fatal attack is also amazing. And let's see if we can get something with more. Reduces item prices. Okay. Okay, let's say it reduces item prices. That sounds pretty good as well. And now we have more potions and they're more potent as well. Okay, and anything else left to do before we continue? Yes, we have to talk to Lady Antonia to get the Rosa Isabel Street key.
Hurry up. I heard from Geppetto. Rosa Isabel Street is ever so dangerous, I'm told. I hoped we wouldn't have to unlock the passage there. But if we want to stop this disaster once and for all, I fear we've no choice. Geppetto and I care about you very much, you know. Stay safe. For both of us. I feel like my time is slowly coming to an end. However, it's a nice feeling to know that someone waits for you. That someone cares. Please take care out there.
Okay, and let's see if... Okay, guys, so that's about it. We just need to upgrade something. Let's say we got 20 vitality, we have 18 vigor, and then we'll upgrade the rest in the future. So thanks very much everyone for joining, and in the next episode we'll go to Rosa Isabel Street. Stay frosty and don't forget to subscribe if you found this video helpful.